Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Let's talk about politics today. Long time we haven't spoken about politics, isn't it? Okay, so let's talk about two resignations. One is resignation of Hardik Patel, another resignation of Kapil Sibal, both from Congress after the Congress Chintan Shibir. That's my topic number one. My topic number two, as usual, a short topic, is Punjab CM sacks his health minister. Very good. Let's talk about that too. Let's get right into the show. So, after the Chintan Shibir of Congress, two leaders of Congress quit. Hardik Patel on the eve of Gujarat elections. Hardik Patel from Congress quit Congress. Kapil Sibal quit Congress, and according to Kapil Sibal, he quit on the 16th of May. So, two leaders quit Congress. That means Chintan Shibir didn't quite work. Nothing really happened after the Chintan Shibir. Nobody took Chintan Shibir seriously. Nobody took whatever the decisions were taken on Chintan Shibir seriously. Everybody thinks that whatever the decisions that were taken in Chintan Shibir were on paper, maybe not practical, maybe not implemented. So that is as far as Congress and Chintan Shibir is concerned. Now let us come to these two leaders, Kapil Sibal and Hardik Patel. Let's talk about Kapil Sibal. As far as Kapil Sibal is concerned, I think Kapil Sibal resigning from Congress is a loss for Congress. A lot of you will tell me, I have been always saying that Kapil Sibal couldn't retain his own state. His own state, AAP took it away and went, and Congress doesn't even have one seat in Delhi where Kapil Sibal stays and Kapil Sibal operated. And what am I talking about? Why am I changing my tone today? I am changing my tone for two reasons. Kapil Sibal, I still believe, did not deliver much for Congress as far as electoral politics were concerned, as far as winning seats was concerned. I still don't believe that he delivered much to Congress. But that being said, there are two things about Kapil Sibal which one should appreciate. The first thing about Kapil Sibal is an experienced politician. Kapil Sibal has been in politics for a long time. He is a very well acclaimed advocate. He's been in politics for quite some time. So that itself is a loss for Congress. Congress lost an experienced mind. The second thing about Kapil Sibal is Kapil Sibal proved that he is a statesman. Kapil Sibal proved that his ideology and his thinking, political thinking, is perfect. Ideology, because Kapil Sibal for opportunities didn't go and join Bharatiya Janata Party or didn't go and jump to Communist Party of India, who are diametrically opposite as far as ideology is concerned from a party that he represented for so many years. He is still an independent. He has not joined a party, but assuming that he has taken help from Samajwadi Party to stand for, to nominate himself for Rajya Sabha seat, he has taken help from Samajwadi Party. ठीक है. Samajwadi Party is not diametrically opposite to the Congress ideology. So he has taken help of parties that were ideologically similar. Fair enough. He didn't get along with Congress. He had a problem with Congress management. He chose to go his separate ways. He took help from parties who were similar in ideology. Fair point. Fair. Which technically, like I told you, shows that ideologically the man was very clear. So that, I think, is a plus point of Kapil Sibal, and like I told you, a very experienced hand. Congress will miss Kapil Sibal, and Congress, I think, will feel the loss of Kapil Sibal at some point in time in the next couple of years, especially before 2024. Because I remember the campaign Kapil Sibal had done in 2019. I had covered one of his press conference that he had done in Mumbai in 2019. And the press conference, and he was talking about how Congress is better and all of that. So the man was one of the few leaders who were actually on ground trying to campaign for Congress. How effective that was is a different issue, but the man was there on ground to campaign for Congress, so Congress is going to miss Kapil Sibal. That's Kapil Sibal. Now let's come to this other gentleman called Hardik Patel. Now let us talk about Hardik Patel. You see, in marketing, we've got something called as a market leader, and we've got something called as a perceived leader. A market leader is a brand that actually sells more than any other brand in the market. A genuine market leader. Then you have a perceived market leader. Perceived market leader happens because of media hype. Tremendous amount of media voice. Tremendous amount of ad revenue spent. Tremendous amount of advertising. So sheer voice, the voice share in the market is so high that it is perceived to be a market leader. It may not necessarily be the product that sells the maximum. Now, this happens in marketing. Why am I talking about this now? I am talking about this is because I believe and I believed that Hardik Patel is a perceived leader, not a real leader. Hardik Patel does not have that kind of clout, that kind of popularity, that kind of charisma that media has shown him to have. He is a media created leader. He used to be once upon a time when he was the Patidar leader and all that. That was 6 years back. He used to be. But today, whatever Hardik Patel is, or for the last 4 years, whatever Hardik Patel is, Hardik Patel was a created leader. Media created him to be what he is. You see, Hardik Patel, when he was just about gaining his popularity, when he was just about gaining his voter base or his support base, he all of a sudden, because of the media glitz and glamour and the fact that he was a young politician then, he was a young leader then, and I had interviewed him at that time. I had interviewed him, and I'm going to show you a couple of his statements. At that point in time, he was more bothered about going and becoming a national leader. He was bothered about how he will go and meet Uddhav Thackeray in Maharashtra, how he will go and meet Mamata Banerjee in Kolkata, how he will go and meet Sharad Pawar in Maharashtra, or how he will meet Stalin in Tamil Nadu. That is what he was bothered about. More than consolidating his vote base, which I found very surprising. But then fine, he was a young leader, like I told you. So somewhere down the line, what happened was, just about when he had this is good support base, I will not say voter base, but support base, he scooted from the place and he was all over the country. His constituency, or he didn't have a constituency, but he had the Patidar to back him. Those people didn't see him. He was out, he was gone. The movement went one way, he went another. So somewhere down the line, the first point I want to make is the loss of Hardik Patel to Congress is not going to be a big loss. That is the point one I wanted to make. The point two that I wanted to make is that Hardik Patel is a political leader who does not have a political ideology, neither a political vision. So, leaders like Hardik Patel are short-term leaders. They are not going to be the iconic leaders of tomorrow. They are not going to be, because he has no political vision nor an ideology that he stands for, which is very important for long-term politics. This is my point number two. Why I say this, I'll tell you. Let me justify myself. Why I say this is because this was the same Hardik Patel who 3-4 years back, I told you, I went to him in 2017 or 18, I remember, and I had spoken to him earlier days, and this was what he had told me, that in 2-3 months I'm going to pull down BJP government. He was a different person then, different ideology then, different focus then, and now he is a different person then, different ideology then, different focus now, because now he says joining BJP is an option. So hear him out. Are you trying to topple the current BJP government in Gujarat?
2019 में बताएंगे. मैं बहुत सारे लोगों के कांटेक्ट में भी हूँ. 7-8 लोग तो अभी तैयार है, लेकिन जिस दिन गिराऊंगा बड़े ताकत से गिराऊंगा, दूसरी बार खड़ा नहीं करने दूंगा।
ये सक्सेस में क्या आपको तोगाड़िया जी और पीपल लाइक संजय जोशी का भी आपको साथ था?
तो खुले में तो साथ नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि ये तो डरते हैं लोगों, ये दोनों दाढ़ी, सफेद दाढ़ी से लोग डरते हैं।
So I believe such leaders who do not have an ideology, do not have a political vision, and he is not a long-term leader. My last point by his statements, which again these are not the kind of statement that a politician should be giving. His statement that he is open for an option with BJP, and he also says that AAP also is better than Congress. What does that mean? That means that he is like this boy who has resigned from the company. He resigned, गुस्सा करके resign किया, अब नौकरी नहीं है. Now no, he is walking around with a biodata कि भाई नौकरी, applying for jobs everywhere. So ये भी ठीक है, ये भी ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है, नहीं तो ये भी ठीक है, लेकिन किधर तो भी नौकरी दो यार, give me a job somewhere. So he is technically trying to search a job. He has no offer in hand. BJP has not offered him anything, neither has AAP. I am not saying this. He himself is making it obvious. I don't believe that maybe BJP will offer him a ticket. I don't know. AAP may also offer him a ticket. But I don't believe either will AAP nor BJP will make him a chief ministerial face or an important face. BJP definitely will not. AAP, well, but BJP definitely will not. This is for sure. So this is as far as Hardik Patel is concerned. So like I told you, two leaders left. One, a loss for Congress, that is Kapil Sibal, and he proved to be a good senior politician, a politician with ideology, which is so rare to find nowadays. And the second is Hardik Patel, turned out to be the same old opportunist, like we have so many other politicians and other politicians on the block. Nothing different. This is my topic number 1. Let's get topic number 2. Punjab CM sacks his health minister, Dr. Vijay Singhala. He sacked him because he has evidence that Dr. Singhala took 1% from a tender, took bribe. He demanded for 1% of the tender amount. He sacked. Phenomenal. Not only that, he sacked. The crime branch was at his doorstep, and I think he's already facing police action. It's a brilliant step. And in the current political scenario where police and other agencies are used, which includes even Punjab police used by Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, that said, but all said and done, in the current scenario where police and central agencies are used to settle political score, there was this one CM who actually identified a corrupt minister in his cabinet, and that too so early in his tenure, caught him, punished him. Fantastic. I think a brilliant effort. If this is how Bhagwant Singh Mann is going to run his government, fantastic. I look forward to seeing the progress of Punjab. I really look forward to seeing the progress of Punjab. Possibly, Punjab could turn out to be a model state. That's it. Till I meet you day after tomorrow at 10 p.m. Namaskar.